debt goes to.
Hello everybody, this is Erekose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey cases, but also as time passes I've been covering other cases such as the Staircase or OJ and many wrongful convictions of youth. I go over the documents, the photos, the videos, anything case related, so stay tuned because I have many more videos just like the one you're about to see. Hello everybody, we're here today and put together a little bit of a trailer here to introduce my talk with Ripper on YouTube. That's coming up on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Him and I are going to get together and talk about a couple of the videos that I'm going to be showing you in this trailer. Ripper made these videos back in the day. One of them is about a llama that had died on his property that he had put the carcass through a burn. He put the bones through 2 burns essentially. Very interesting results, very interesting similarities to what we find in the Teresa Halbach case. You know, with the percentages of bones found, the teeth being found at the original burn site of the llama, and things like that. And it's just some interesting things. And we're going to be talking to Johnny on the 26th. So I went ahead and made this little trailer to show you guys a few things from his videos so that you'll know kind of what the subject matter is and what Ripper and I will be talking about on the 26th. So for those of you who are interested, I will be leaving the links to these entire videos so that you could watch them in their entirety. I'll be leaving those down below, so feel free to check those out after. And you know, if you think that the videos are interesting, be sure to tune in on the 26th and listen to me and Johnny talk about the bones and about the Coburn call, because that's what you're going to see in this video, in this trailer. So enjoy. I hope you guys like it. Please tune in on the 26th to hear me and Johnny talk about these things. It should be very interesting. Hello there, everybody. We're here today looking at this here. We're looking at is a video from my good friend Ripper on YouTube. He did this video a while back regarding a llama that had passed away on his property, and he had you know, it had gotten stuck below the water line of the lake on his property, and it had you know, it had passed away. And so to get rid of the carcass, the easiest thing to do was to burn it, because that prevents the coyotes and those sorts of predatory animals from coming into his property, you know, because they smell the carcass of the llama. So he burns he burns them fairly quickly to prevent those types of predators coming onto his property, because he has chickens and that sort of thing. So anyways, this video we're watching here is him he's with his dog, and he's picking up the bones from the very first burn that he did on these llama bones. And as you can see, these bones are all, you know, really pretty well intact. They don't seem to have lost too much mass. So I will obviously leave the full links. You know, obviously there's part of the skull, it looks like. So I will obviously leave links to this stuff, or that might even be, yeah, that might even be part of a hip bone or something. But the whole thing is he finds all these bones after the first burn, and then, as you're going to see here in a few minutes, he actually goes to a second burn. He puts all of these bones, he collects them all up here. That's what we're watching right now, is him basically collecting up all the bones after the first burn. And then what we're going to see here in a minute is he puts all of it through a second burn. And all these bones, all these llama bones go through, I think we came up with the total on it was about 12 or 13 hours of intense burn time. And these bones still they still look in pretty good shape. Like, they still don't look like they've really lost much mass at all, other than the fact that after this first burn, some you know, raccoons or something did come down and move around the bones and stuff, so some of them were missing. But in terms of the bones that were there, the bones did not seem to have lost any real mass. But as you can see, he's collecting up all the little bones right there, and what he's going to be doing is putting them in, once again, another fire. There, right there, teeth, folks, teeth, right? How important is that? Because we only found how many, like 1 or 2 of Teresa's teeth in a supposed, well, he finds more than 1 tooth here. So in an original burn location, we found teeth right? Not just one, not just a broken tooth, but several teeth there. So that's another interesting thing. So now he's picked up all the bones. He is wrapping some of them in foil. He's just trying to figure out different ways to trap the heat better and make the heat more intense, to really try to really put intense heat onto these bones. And like I said, so he puts some of them in foil. He puts some of them into some steel. Right there you can see there's like a steel, like a grate there. So he puts some bones in that, and he puts all that stuff into the fire. And we're about to see now. We're going to see the size of the basically the amount of fuel that's about to go in, that these bones are about to go on top of, and that is right here. You can see that is a pretty huge pile of debris that's going to be getting burned, and that's going to be a very intense fire. I don't think we have any doubt about that. In fact, you're going to see some of the pictures of it. This is going to be a very, very, very hot, intense fire, and we're going to see it get starting right now. And this is so you can all see exactly where those bones are there on that pile, in the middle there, right in the heat. Okay, so now we see they're starting the fire. It starts out a little bit slow, but he goes around, he gets the whole thing going, and you can see that the bag was put in the middle of this fire. I mean, it's literally in the middle, in a bag where all these bones were set. And it's you can tell that this fire is not a small fire. It's not a tiny fire. It's a very big, raging, intensely hot burning fire, and it's very, very, it went for many hours. In fact, even after it's done burning and Ripper goes collecting the bones in the morning, it's still hot. Like, he's having to be very careful of collecting with the shovel and stuff because everything's still so hot. The heat is still there, 12 or 10 or 11 hours later in the morning. And like he said right there, he even was using a blower before he went to bed or whatever. So he was out there with the blower and using the blower to make the heat even more intense, putting more oxygen on the fire, therefore making it burn hotter. And, all kinds of little things like that just to make this heat the most intense heat that, he could possibly make. And so that's what he did, and it's very interesting. And now he's going to go ahead and speed it up here so you guys can see that this fire really did burn for a long time. It was being stoked. It was being helped along. It was to burn as hot as possible. And yeah, it's like I said. So he's got it going in fast forward here so that you guys can see. I mean, there was a lot going on here. So now it moves on to the recovery. Now that it's all started to cool down, and you can see he's having to use a shovel because all of this stuff is still hot. So he's having to pick all of this up with a shovel because the fire was just so hot. He can't get anywhere near the bones. This is the closest. The closest he's been able to get is at this point, and you can see these bones. See a couple of them there. They're not really losing much mass. They still, after all that burning, they're still in pretty good shape. So this was the thing about the bone burning experiment that was very interesting, and so I wanted to kind of share it with you guys because, these llama bones really did not, disintegrate or lose their mass and everything in quite the same way. And these bones went through, I think all said and done, we determined it was like 12 hours of burning. 12 hours, which is way more than anybody put Teresa's bones through. To be perfectly honest, the most Teresa's could have probably burned was probably 3 or 4 or 6 to maybe 6 hours. because Stephen wasn't out there maintaining it all night. If supposedly Stephen did it, which doesn't make sense, because as I said, you notice when Johnny you notice when Johnny was picking up those bones from the original burn site, and even though they were scattered by raccoons and stuff, he was still finding teeth. He's still finding all those things because it was the original burn location. Yeah, so it's interesting to note that. So this is Johnny picking up the bones from what is still a very hot fire, or you know, what are very hot coals left over by the fire, and so he's gathering these bones up, and like I said, they're all coming out with just very little difference to them after being through such a fire. So that's the interesting part of it about this. So those are the llama bones on the left and Teresa's bones on the right. You can see there that it looks like we only have about maybe 40% of the llama bones left. Interesting. After 2 burn locations, we only have about 40% of those llama bones. Gives credit to these fire cremain investigators who say that usually when there's 2 burn locations, that generally at the second location you only have 40 to 60% of the bones. Well, this seems to give credence to that, because it looks like after 2 burns, you know, that Ripper only has about 40 to 60% of those llama bones left. And so Ripper's just kind of showing you here the state of the bones and everything. And like I say, those llama bones are still pretty well intact. It's, you know, so there's a few things, but for me, one of the things that really stick out about this is the fact that the teeth were found at the original burn site. The fact that after 2 burns, Johnny had only about 40% of the llama bones left. So that's the gist of Ripper's videos about the bones there, and I will leave the link to those videos down below for those of you who want to check them out after this little trailer. For this part, be sure to grab your earbuds and listen closely. You've probably heard it before.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, this is Lynn.
Lynn.
Hi, Andy.
Can you run Sam William Henry 582?
Okay, it shows that she's a missing person, and it lists to Teresa Hallback.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you're looking for, Andy?
99 Toyota.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Bye-bye. Teresa Hallback.
Okay.
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 Hallback.
Okay. Okay.
And this is obviously the famous "The Cars Here" clip. This is Ripper's video. It's over 600,000 views now. Very popular. So that concludes the little trailer about Ripper on YouTube's, you know, previous videos about the bones and about the Coburn call and about that voice in the background. Love the way he slowed that down. Love the way he gives everybody a chance to hear that. To me, it's huge. You know, some people try to, you know, explain that as somebody at dispatch said that. Why would somebody at dispatch say that? It doesn't make any sense to me why somebody at dispatch would be saying that. Plus, it doesn't sound like it came from dispatch. It sounds like it was coming through Andy's phone. But, you know, I can't imagine why anybody at dispatch would be saying the car's here. Somebody at dispatch might say the car's there, but it doesn't sound like there. That's not what it sounds like. It sounds like car's here. That's, to me, it sounds, I don't know if it's just I pick it up pretty well or what, but I hear cars here, not cars there. And anyway, so that clip is very interesting. I'll obviously be leaving the clips to Ripper's YouTube videos about the bones, about the Coburn call, all down below for you guys to review after this trailer. You can look forward to the fact that Ripper on YouTube and I will be talking on December 26th, the day after Christmas. So you guys can look forward to that. We'll be talking all about this, you know, what happened when he did this bone experiment and burning these llama bones. He'll talk a little bit about when he was making the Coburn call video and how maybe he can explain to some of you guys out there some of the tricks he was using to enhance that and to slow it down and those sort of things. So you guys will get a chance to ask him questions about these things. So if you want to review the material, as I said, down below, we're going to have the links to all these videos. Go over and check out Johnny's videos. Give him a view. Give him a like, even maybe. Possibly even give him a subscription. You know, subscribe to him. I'm going to be trying to get Johnny to make a few more videos about the case again. Johnny's a lot of fun. He's, you know, back when he was really into the case, he was real smart. He knew quite a bit about the case, and you know, it'll be great to see Johnny kind of come back to the fold if that's possible. But if he doesn't, hey, he's here to at least elaborate on some of the things that went on in these couple videos that he made, which I think are absolutely stellar. So hope you guys will all be there on December 26th. Check out my little talk with Ripper on YouTube. So look forward to seeing you guys then. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you.
Let me tell you about a story. Now we met at walk bound about their law enforcement, a right bunch of clowns. How they wear their badge like a plastic crown. How they're sticking to a story of which they are now bound. It's a rabbit hole they don't want you to go down. But over in Wisconsin, they're doubling down. See, they framed them once, then they did it again. They did not count on filmmakers making MAM. They thought their lives were safe, all would buy the ruse. They did not figure on 19 million views. It'll make you shake your head and probably frown. But over in Wisconsin, they're doubling down. I said they'll double down, and they'll triple down. They're headed down a road which they cannot turn around. They walk around like they'll be home free, 'cause they control all the evidence on the local judges and found is the state's AG. But I got some news. It's as plain as day. It doesn't matter what the state or the guilters say, 'cause we got Kathleen. She's got them in her sights. She's a real live hero, turning wrongs to right. No matter how hard that state's gavel pounds, over in Wisconsin, they're coming down. I said no matter how hard that state's gavel pounds, their house of cards isn't coming down. It'll make you shake your head and probably frown. Said over in Wisconsin, they're coming down. Over in Wisconsin, they're coming down.